are doing Grade 10 Mathematics Test, Term 1, 2024. Alright, let's dive in. Question 1 says, given Q equals to square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C. Determine the value of Q 1.1.1 if A equals to 2, B equals to -1, and C equals to -4. Right. Value of Q is -1 squared minus 4 times A, which is 2, times C, which is -4. So this is square root of 1 minus 4 times 2 times 4, 8 times 4, that's 32. Yeah. And that is plus, all right? Plus. Because negative times negative will give you positive. So this is square root of 33, right? Value of Q. 1.1.2 says, state whether Q is rational or irrational. Rational or irrational. So how do you determine whether a number is a rational or irrational number? If it can be represented by a fraction of two integers, then it is a rational number, right? If it cannot be represented by a fraction of two integers, then it is irrational. So you can see that the square root of 33 is 5.74456. This number cannot be represented by a fraction of two integers, right? Therefore, it is irrational. Right? 1.1.3 says, between which two consecutive integers does Q lie? How do you determine that? Okay, we know that 5 is same as square root of 25, right? 6 same as square root of 36, right? Using perfect squares. So square root of 33 is between square root of 25 and square root of 36, right? It's somewhere here in between, right? So to answer the question, says between which two consecutive integers does Q lie? So those two consecutive integers are 5 and 6, right? 5 and 6. This is the answer, right? So 1.2, moving on, says determine the value of 3p plus q all squared if 9p squared plus q squared equals to 12 and pq equals to -3. Determine the value of this. Okay, so we are going to substitute. Okay, let's start by expanding this. 3p plus q all squared. Start by expanding this, and we have 3p squared is 9p squared, 2 times 3p times q, that's 6pq, and then q squared, right? So we can rewrite this as 9p squared plus q squared plus 6pq, right? But we were told in the problem statement that 9p squared plus q squared equals to 12, right? This part here equals to 12. So we substitute 12 plus 6 times pq. We are told that pq equals to -3, so we substitute -3. This is 12. 6 times -3, that's -18. So our answer is -6 for 3 marks. All right. Okay, moving along. 1.3. 1.3. 1.3 says write 0.7 as a common fraction. Clearly show all your working details. For 3 marks, write 0.7 as a common fraction. 0.7 is a common fraction. Okay, so first step, let's say you let 0.7 be x, right? That's your first step. Second step, you say, okay, 0.7. To make 0.7 a whole number, to make it a whole number, you just have to multiply it by 10, right? And it becomes 7. So you say 10x equals to 7. You know that when you multiply your x by 10, it becomes 7, right? So your x, therefore, equals to 7 over 10. You have written 0.7 as a common fraction of 7 over 10. Okay, moving along, we are going to question 2. Question 2. Okay, question 2 says, calculate the value of the following expression without using a calculator. All right, 2.1. And the expression is 0.072 squared minus 0.028 squared. Right, this is a difference of 2 squares, so I'm gonna rewrite it as 0.072 plus 0.028, right? 0.072 minus 0.028, right? They say calculate the value of the following without using a calculator. Okay, in the first bracket, the sum is 0.10, right? And this side, this minus that, 40, 44, 0.044. Okay, so 0.10 times 0.044 is 0.0044 without using a calculator. That's for 2 marks. Okay, moving on to 2.2. 2.2 says factorize the following expressions fully. 2.2.1, you have 4x minus x cubed. Right. Factorize the following expressions fully. Okay. Okay, we have a common factor of x. So take out x and remain with 4 minus x squared inside the brackets, right? So inside the brackets, we have a difference of perfect squares. Did you see? So because this can be rewritten as x into 2 squared minus x squared. So difference of perfect squares. So this is x into, okay, 2 minus x, 2 plus x. Factorize fully. So yeah, this is it for 2 marks. Okay, 2.2.2 says x squared plus 15x minus 54, and they say factorize fully. Okay, what are the factors? What are the factors? So 54 divided by, it's a fraction, divided by 70, no, actually 18 and 3, 18 and 3, yeah, 18 and 3. So 18 minus 3 is 15. Yeah. Okay. X plus 18, x minus 3. All right, moving along. And that's 2 marks. So 2.2.3 says y minus xy plus x minus 1. Okay. So you don't have y squared. What are the factors? What are the factors? Okay. Minus x. Okay, this has to be negative. Okay, that's load shedding. Okay, so these are my factors. Yes, y minus 1, 1 minus x. Right, those are my factors. Okay, moving on to 2.2.4. 2.2.4 says t squared, open bracket, r minus s minus r plus s. Okay, says factorize fully. So this can be rewritten as t squared into r minus s minus r minus s, right? because negative times r will give you minus r. Negative times negative s will give you positive s. Next step, take out the common factor of r minus s and remain with t squared minus 1, right? This is same as r minus s, t plus 1, t minus 1, right? And you are done for 4 marks. Okay, next one, 2.2.5 says x cubed plus 1 divided by x squared minus x plus 1, right? Factorize fully. Okay, first step, cubic root of x cubed, that's x, cubic root of 1 is 1. Now x cubed divided by x, that's x squared. X times 1, that's positive x1, but here you put it as negative. Remember, if you have positive here, you use negative here. If you have negative here, you use positive here. So x times 1, that's x, and 1 divided by 1, that's 1, all divided by x squared minus x plus 1, right? This term in the denominator, when you look at it, it is similar to this one, so they cancel out, and your answer is x plus 1 for 3 marks. Okay, moving on to question 3. Question 3 says, simplify the following expressions fully, right? Three point 1 says x plus 2 x squared minus x plus 3. Simplify the following fully. Okay. First step, x plus 2 okay, this expression inside these brackets will need quadratic formula to get the factors. So because the question says simplify, you can simply multiply this, right? You can simply multiply this using FOIL method. So x times x squared, that's x cubed, x minus x squared, x and plus 3, that's plus 3x, 2 and 2 times x squared, that's 2x squared, 2 times that, minus 2x, 2 times that, plus 6. So, like terms, you have x cubed plus x squared, and this plus x plus 6. So that's simplification for 2 marks. That's it for 2 marks. 3.2 says 5 divided by x squared minus 9 minus 3 divided by 2 minus x. Okay, for 3 marks, 3 3.2. No, I made a mistake. 3.2. This is the question. 5 over x plus 3 minus 3 over 2 minus x. Yeah, this is the question. Okay, simplify fully. Okay, our LCD, you'll say x plus 3, 2 minus x. So this whole expression divided by x plus 3. So x plus 3 will cancel out. You will have 2 minus x, and then multiply by the numerator 5. 5 into 2 minus x minus this whole term divided by 2 minus x. So 2 minus x will cancel out. You remain with x plus 3. Right. That's your first step. Second step, you can multiply everything here. Okay, 5 times 2, that's 10, minus 5x minus 3x plus negative minus 9 divided by, in the denominator you will have 2x minus x squared plus 6 minus 3x, right, using FOIL method. So it's x times 2 gives you 2x, x times minus x gives you negative x squared, 3 times 2 gives you 6, 3 times negative x gives you negative 3x. Okay, next step, 10 minus 9, that's 1, minus 8x divided by 2x minus 3x. So in the denominator you have negative x squared minus x plus 6. Okay, this is same as 1 minus 8x divided by the factors are 2 and 3, 2 and 3. So okay, 2 minus 3 gives you negative 1. Yeah. Actually, no, my factors are let me see. Okay, x times that gives you 3x, x times that negative x squared minus 2x. No, it should be it should be minus 3x. So x plus 3, 2 minus x, okay, it goes back to that. It goes back to that. Okay, and we are done. Actually, this is 3 marks. Okay, moving on. 3.3. 3.3 says 3 divided by x squared minus 9 plus 2 divided by x minus 3 all squared. Okay, this is 4 marks. So my first step, three over. Okay, I see that this denominator here is a difference of 2 squares. So this means I can write this as x plus 3, x minus 3, right, plus 2 divided by x minus 3 squared. Okay, this is 4 marks. So my next step is x plus 3, x minus 3 squared. That's my LCD. Okay, next step. Okay, so take this whole denominator divided by this whole denominator here. What do you get? So x plus 3, x plus 3, x minus 3, x minus 3. So you remain with x minus 3 plus 2 times x plus 3. Okay, my next step, multiply everything out. So this is 5x, 6 minus that's minus 3 divided by x plus 3, x minus 3 all squared. And that's 4 marks. Yes. Okay, moving on to the last question, 3.4. Okay, let's do 3.4. 3.4 says simplify the following fully. X squared minus 4 divided by 2x squared plus 5x plus 2 divided by x cubed minus 8, 6x plus 3. Okay, so in the numerator here we have difference of two squares, so this can be written as x plus 2, x minus 2. Right, in the denominator here we can write this as, okay, what are the factors here? The factors here are 2 and 1, 2 and 1, yes. And then I'm gonna say multiply or times. So when you change your division sign to multiplication sign, you have to flip this fraction here, flip it, meaning the denominator will become the numerator and vice versa. So this is 6x plus 3 divided by x cubed minus 8. All right. Okay. So this is x plus 2, x minus 2, all divided by 2x plus 1, x plus 2 multiplied by that. So multiply by, take out the common factor of 3 and you will have 2x plus 1. So the denominator can be written as x minus 2, right? X cubed divided by that, it's x squared plus 2x plus 4. Right. We already did this. Remember, this is factorization of trinomials or factorization of cubic expressions. Okay, moving on. So I'm going to write this now as one expression. This is x plus 2, x minus 2 times 3 into 2x plus 1 okay, we have x minus 2. So now this, inside these brackets, we want to write factors of this quadratic expression. What are the factors here? Okay, I cannot get the factors straight away. I think I'm gonna need to use the quadratic formula, so I'm gonna leave this as it is, right, like that. So let's cancel out like terms. X minus 2, x minus 2, x plus 2, x plus 2, 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1. So I'm left with 3 in the numerator, and in the denominator I'm left with x squared plus 2x plus 4. I'm gonna leave it as it is, and that's my answer for 5 marks. Okay, and that's it. Grade 10s, we are done. That's your your practice test for term 1, which was administered last year in 2024. Ciao.